Yo, it's good YouTube. This is Angry here, and today we're going to be talking about backend schemas. And what is a backend schema, by the way? If you go into Sanity documentation and you just check out the schema types, these are basically just the type of documents that the editor just may use in the Sanity Studio or the admin panel that we have over here. So to start adding in schema types, all you actually need to do is just mention the schema types into schema.js over here. So it's even telling us over here types here. So in your file, you're not going to just find this comments, but everything else is going to be the same. So the only difference that I just made is that you're just going to add in this file. It's called index.js. And in it, just write in this command. So we're just going to export default as about from the about.js file we have in the same folder. Okay. And we're just gonna copy and paste this 4 more times. So you could do Alt Shift and then the downward arrow. So about and then classes from classes and then membership. And one last thing is gonna be home. So that file is just done to organize our exports better. So afterwards it's gonna be home. And let's start by doing the schema type for home like I did for the video background. So here is the reference and the schema types. Right now it's just giving me an error. We don't have about, and that is fine because I do not have the sections comments over here. They're just commented out right now. So I'm just going to fix that and I'm going to create the new ones. Okay. So to create a new schema type, all you really need to do is just define that, open up a parentheses, and we're going to give it two things that are very crucial, which is going to be first the name, and the name is going to be your, make sure to add in a column. The name is going to be your key ID. Afterwards, that is going to be the title, which is going to be the title for the schema type. So this is going to be home. And then the type is going to be document. Okay. Inside that, we could add in something called fields. And inside that fields, we could add an array. And inside that array, we could start adding in objects. So let's think about it for a second. We just have in one link that is over here. So if I want to do that, all I really need to do is just go to the schema types and check out the documentation. So I'm just going to give it a new name, and I'm just going to name it the same name over here, home video. That is the key ID for the video link, and then the title is going to be, again, I'm just matching out my old one because I don't want any errors. Video background, and this is just a title. And one last thing is going to be the type, and that is going to be a link. So afterwards, we're just going to export default and then the home. Okay. So that is the example that I read over here. So if I do save this, okay, and go into my schema.js, let me just comment out the others for now. Okay, and I go into my schema.js and see how I import them. I import them all as one line, so that's why we do the index.js file. So let me just remove that home one. Okay, and as you can see right now, my schema is empty, but if I save that, it's just going to compile and it's going to show right now our home section. But it's giving me an error. Okay, so unknown type link, valid types are, okay, it's actually supposed to be URL, not link. So let's just refresh that. And just make sure to match in the types. That's probably the main reason that's giving me errors on the back end. So yeah, as you can see right now, I do have the old one back again, which just gets my video link dynamically over here. Okay, so I'm just going to continue with the other schema types that I have for this project. But if you want to do custom ones on your own for your project, you could then again, like I said, just go into Sanity schema types, check out what schema you want to add for your project, and start adding it as a custom one over here inside your index.js, and just create a file for it. So for membership, I do have basically the same thing, but the only differences is basically I just have some different objects. So let me just copy and paste this again. Okay, thank God. So like it's the same thing, but the only difference is that in the schema types, the fields, I just have an image, I have a number for the price, and I have a title and a description. So if I save that and I just go back into my schema, comment that out, so it's also giving me an error. Type is missing a type. Valid types are home, array, text, and URL. Okay, let's go to membership. So string, image, number, what seems to be the error. Okay, sometimes it does give you errors like this, so that is fine. All you need to do is just restart your server. And let's go also into our abouts. Okay, the abouts is going to be the same thing, so let me just control Z and just get this code as well. So again, it is the same thing. The only difference is I just have this options parentheses over here that just takes the hotspot. And if you do check out hotspot true, sanity, this basically just crops the image as you like. Like if you just check out hotspot, that basically is just a Boolean value that enables the user interface to responsively adapt images at aspect ratio. So basically it's just responsible for cropping the image. Again, the same error, that is fine. Okay, so let me just comment out right now the membership, and let me add in the abouts and the classes. Again, the classes is going to be the same thing as membership. So let me remove this. Now where is the error? Okay, so it's still giving us some errors. That is fine. Invalid undefined type declaration. Okay, we could check out the logs as well. So it's not giving us anything in the logs. Okay, so we just need to uncomment out the index.js. Alright, so cannot resolve about. Okay, that is the only one that's missing. It's called abouts. Export default as abouts. And here it is. Just had some minor errors we needed to fix. So just give it a moment. Here is our abouts. So if you want to add in a new about, name, description, image, URL, that is going to be a card. Membership is going to be the same thing, but the only difference is it's going to have a price. So name, description, image, and then the price. So you could add in like whatever price you want to add. And inside classes, it is going to be also the same thing. So name, description, image, URL. So let's say we want to add in the price over here. So let's go to classes, just add in another object field Okay, we don't need this one. We could just add another one. Okay, and what do we need? We just want a price. So we're just gonna name it price. And we're also gonna give it the title of price. And the type is gonna be number, okay? So just give it a moment, gonna rebuild the bundle, refresh the section, and as you can see right now, also in our classes we have our prices. So that was our schema types that we're gonna be using in our project. We just have home, about, membership, classes. Abouts is going to take the cards for abouts. Membership is going to take the same thing for membership cards. Classes is going to take the same thing for classes cards. And then the home page is just for the dynamic video that's over here if you want to change the link later on. So that is pretty much it in terms of the schemas. I'm just going to show you a preview if you want to copy the code over here. But again, try to do it on your own. So here's the membership. Here's the home. It's just a link. Classes. Here it is, the classes. Let me just remove this comment. And what else? The abouts. So that is pretty much it in terms of the schema types. See you guys in the next video. We're going to be doing the simple GUI to actually display the content from the backend and the schema types. So see you guys in the next video. This was Angry to you, and peace.